Donald Trump, live from the Oval Office. Nope, don't see any. My amendment is the 25th Amendment. The 25th Amendment, proposed by Congress and ratified by the states in the aftermath of the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, provides the procedures for replacing the president or vice president in the event of death, removal, resignation, or incapacitation. Upon the resignation of the president to the pro tempore of the Senate and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the vice president will take over the active duties of the president. This amendment also refers to nominating a new vice president, in which the nominee must be confirmed by a majority vote in both houses of Congress. The Watergate scandal of the 1970s saw the application of these procedures. First, when Gerald Ford, good friend, replaced Spiro Agnew as vice president, and when he replaced Richard Nixon as president, also a good friend, and then when Nelson Rockefeller filled the resulting vacancy to become the vice president. This amendment is separated in 4 parts, and I will read each individually. Section 1. In case of the removal of the president from office or of his death or resignation, the vice president shall become president. Yes, Daddy.
Yes, Daddy.
Uh-huh. Okay. Sounds great. I'll be there in a bit. Oh man. CNN's all over me. You know, Hillary was right. I should resign.
Thank you.
I have formally resigned from my position as President of the United States. Section 2. Whenever there is a vacancy in the office of Vice President, the President shall nominate a Vice President who shall take office upon confirmation by a majority vote of both houses of Congress.
Do you accept the nomination for Vice President?
Yes.
Section 3. Whenever the President transmits to the President pro tempore of the Senate and the Speaker of the House of Representatives his written declaration that he is unable to discharge the powers and duties of his office, and until he transmits them to a written declaration to the contrary, such powers and duties shall be discharged by the Vice President as acting President. What this means is that the President's resignation must be made official to the members of Congress, and that the President has a choice to reverse a resignation and become President again if they chose to do so.
In the arms of the angel. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? I'm back. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Just kidding. I didn't resign. I'm back. Section 4. If the President has an inability to carry on the duties of President, then the Vice President will take over the active duties of the President. What this means is that if the President was, for instance, mentally handicapped or morally flawed in a serious way that can impact the country, then the duties of that President could be given to the Vice President. Rocket Man is on a mission for himself.
The 13th Amendment. The 13th Amendment abolishes slavery and involuntary servitude unless you have been convicted of a crime. Then you will be sentenced to jail or prison where they can force you to do things.
The 13th Amendment! Come on now, slavery. Let's get some water. Come on, get back to work. Dig, slavery.
I don't
Dig.
want to.
The 13th Amendment!
Where's my slave?
Sorry, bud.
Come on now, slavery. Clean my truck.
I don't want to.
The 13th Amendment!
Hey, you just committed a crime. Now I get to put you to work.
The 19th Amendment guaranteed women's rights to vote in the presidential and local elections within the United States. A list of women's rights before
The 19th Amendment.
your ballot, ma'am.
Thanks.